Hello everyone, and welcome to Coaster Rollers. Today I will be showing my 8 favorite roller coasters at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. These are the only 8 coasters here, but this list will soon be outdated because Busch Gardens will be adding a 9th coaster next year themed to the Roman gods. Let's get started with this list. At number 8, we have the kiddie coaster in the park, Grover's Alpine Express. This is a Desirer family coaster themed to Grover from Sesame Street. For you credit seekers out there, you will be able to get on this ride without any trouble. This ride is meant for the kids, so it seemingly will end up last. At number 7, this is an unpopular opinion, but this is Vermillion Desirer multi-launch coaster themed to the Black Forest. A lot of people I know say this is one of the best rides in the park, but I don't agree. Besides the amazing theming and that one intense indoor helix, Vermillion didn't really do anything for me. I think many of you will like this ride, but personally I didn't, so this will take my number 7 spot. The number 6 spot will go to Invader, the GCI wooden roller coaster. This ride is a family coaster, so it's meant as a step up from Grover and a step down from Vermillion. This roller coaster has 9 airtime hills, which includes a combination of floater and ejector airtime. The front is easily the best seat, but the back is also great. Even though this is a great family coaster, I think the next 5 coasters here are much better in my opinion. The number 5 spot goes to the oldest roller coaster in the park, Loch Ness Monster. This is an aerodynamics custom looping coaster and is the only operating roller coaster with interlocking loops. While the layout was kind of boring, I was surprised at how smooth it was, so it exceeded my expectations. Another thing I like about this coaster is how photogenic it is, because you can take good footage of it from the Sky Ride and the Rhine River Cruise. While it may not be as intense as other coasters in the park, the beauty of this classic gives this coaster 5th place in the park. The number 4 spot is another controversial opinion, Tempesta. This is a Premier Rides Skyrocket 2, and many people hate this ride because of the restraints. To be honest, even though the restraints crushed my thighs and gave me a scrape on my shoulder, it did not take away from the experience of the ride. This was a fast and exhilarating coaster and probably the most intense coaster in the park. I also like how you get great hang time on that hardline roll. The pure intensity of this ride makes the coaster the 4th best in the park. These next 3 coasters, all made by B&M, are most enthusiasts' 3 favorites at the park. However, most people put these 3 in a different order, so here is how mine goes. At number 3, we have Griffon, the B&M dive coaster. This is the only dive coaster I've ridden, and while it isn't very intense, it is still a fun coaster to ride. I love how it hangs you above the first drop, especially when you are in the front row. That first drop is amazing, the inversions are okay, and you do get some pretty good airtime after the second implement and the splashdown. If you ride Griffon, I recommend you ride at least once during sunset. When you get to the top of the first hill, you get an amazing view of the James River, and then as you make the right turn, the sun setting is right in front of you, which makes a beautiful backdrop. The views you get from the top and the exhilarating first drop gives Griffon the 3rd spot. My second favorite coaster in this park is Apollo's Chariot, the first B&M Hyper to be built. I rode this ride 4 times while at Busch Gardens and is one of my favorite B&M Hypers. While it isn't as good as other hypers such as Diamondback, this coaster does provide solid floater airtime and maybe 1 or 2 flowjector hills. Also, that helix in the middle of the ride gives great laterals. One part of the ride that I wasn't a huge fan of was the trims. While there are trims on almost every B&M Hyper, I feel like the trims on Apollo slowed the pace down more than other hypers I've ridden. I still really love this ride, and that's why it receives the number 2 spot. And now we've come to number 1. My favorite roller coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg is Alpengeist. This is the tallest B&M invert at 195 feet and has 6 inversions. My favorite inversion on Alpengeist is the Cobra Roll because the whiplash effect produced by it smashes your neck forwards and to the side. I feel like this coaster gets a lot of hate, mostly because of its rattle and the mid-course brake run. I did not feel a rattle at all, and even though the mid-course brake run slowed down the ride a lot, the rest of the ride was still very intense. I love the intensity and whip of this coaster, and that is why it is the best coaster at Busch Gardens. So that will end my list. I hope you all enjoyed my video. If you did, please leave a like and comment below your opinions. If you want to see more of my videos, go subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications to watch my videos immediately after they are uploaded. I hope everyone has a great day and keep coasting.